Yes, we've had a glorious run, a glorious run. Now, I start tonight with a big man, the British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion, David Price. Now, Pricey fights our Audley Harrison in Liverpool on October the 13th. It's a big, old-fashioned heavyweight showdown. Price is unbeaten and on his way up. Harrison has been in a war since winning the Olympic gold 12 years ago. He remains, though, an attraction. Just ask David Hay, because, trust me, Audley Harrison in a fight sells the fight. Now, I spoke to David earlier and I started by asking him if it's right that 6,000 or 7,000 tickets have already been sold for the fight.
That's right, yeah. Tickets are going really well, which I half expected, to be honest. I was more concerned about people's perception of the fight as it being a real fight, but obviously people are interested in the fight. I know it's a real fight, it's a real test, and Audley's going to be a dangerous opponent for me, and I'm going to have to be at my best.
How much sparring did you ever do with him back a long time ago it was? So you would have been young and he would have already been Olympic or nearly Olympic champion.
Look, funnily enough, I've met Audley Harrison on 3 occasions, 2 at a press conference and once in a gym in Los Angeles 2 years ago.
Is that right?
That's the only times I've met him, and other than that I've spoken to him on the phone once. So I was always on the junior setup and he was on the senior.
I appreciate that. I just thought you'd sparred like in late 2000 when you were a kid, no?
Well, we were on separate teams. He was on the senior team, I was on the junior team. But that said, I did always look up to him and used to follow his career closely.
I'm shocked by that. I always thought there was just a little bit of lap over.
Never, no.
You know, over the years with Big Ald, wins the Olympics, then there's a bit of a mad period when he's got that deal at the BBC, then he sort of vanishes. Do you feel that Audley could have done more, Dave? Do you feel that he maybe could have done more?
I think we all expected him to do more, but I think in hindsight, looking back, take away Audley's Olympic gold medal, was he good enough to win a world heavyweight title? And it was the Olympic gold medal that put the expectation on him. I don't think he was good enough to win a world heavyweight title, but the expectation was there. But because obviously the professional is different from the amateurs. But I still think he underachieved. He won a European title, but I still think some of the people who beat him shouldn't have beat him. He underachieved as in level of performance. He could have performed better in certain fights, but a lot of that probably did have to do with the expectation on him. Now I'm in a position where there is no expectation on Audley Harrison and I'm fighting him. And that makes him dangerous, yeah. He's got nothing to lose, really. I've got everything to lose, because unfortunately for Audley Harrison, his reputation amongst the general public is... He's a bit of a joke character. If you say I'm fighting Audley Harrison, a lot of people are laughing at me. Or if I had £1 for every time someone said, it'll be an easy fight, 2-down knockout, I wouldn't have to get in the ring and fight him, because I'd have £1 million in my pocket or something. So it's one of them with Audley. He probably has underachieved. Even if he was to win the British title by beating me, which I don't expect him to, then it still wouldn't make up for what he should have achieved. But I don't think he was really that good enough to win a world title in the current situation, because I don't think he'd have beaten a Klitschko.
No, I don't think he would have either. I agree with you. Now, just finally, David, thanks very much. It's a crazy situation at the moment. We've got this guy Whack, the Polish guy fighting Vladimir. We had a nice kid, good-looking boy, get bashed up against Vitali. Didn't even land a punch last week, did he? I mean, let's not mince out. He was a lovely, good-looking boy. He's a good-looking boy, and listen, if he modelled clothes, I'd buy the clothes. That's lovely. And then, of course, we've got that sort of WBA, whatever title you want to call it. Povetkin defends it against Rachman, who, of course, was a good fighter 10, 11 years ago. Dave, there are gaps opening up in the next year or so. Will you be ready?
I've been thinking about it. I mean, I won't really be able to answer that question until I actually get the phone call. Do you want to fight for a world title? Right now, we're saying we're going the route which Frank Maloney's going to take me, which is to get a mandatory with one of the governing bodies, and that'll give me give us all a better bargaining position, so to speak, when we fight for the title. But I can't guarantee if I got the phone call even tomorrow to fight a Klitschko that I'd say no, because if the terms were right and it was a decent amount of money, I'd say yeah, why not? You know, everything to gain, nothing to lose, and get in there. And the likelihood is an opportunity may present itself in the next 12 months.
Sooner rather than later?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because as you say, they are running out of legitimate challenges.
Do you also feel that you need a hard fight? You know what I mean by that. I mean, Tyson Fury, you know, your big sort of quotes rival, and I'm doing quotes there. He's had those fights for whatever reason, where he's been dropped, where he's been hurt, where he's been a second away from being stopped, and he's had to dig deep, Dave, for whatever reasons, and come back. Is there something inside you, and you know, you're seasoned, you've been around, is there something inside you that that you want to test yourself? Over say 8 rounds, that's what I'm talking about, 7 or 8 rounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah, there's going to be a time where I do have to, so yeah, you know, I'd welcome it, welcome it, because I'd need that type of experience before going into such a massive fight like a world title fight. As regards to testing me guts, I know from the extended amateur career I had, I mean, I boxed in the Commonwealth Games semi-final, I got put on my back 3 times against an Indian, and I got up every time and I stopped him with seconds to go with the fight, and then, you know, as far as heart's concerned, I know I've got the guts and heart, but in the professional ring I haven't been tested yet, which I must say
says we're distant.
Yeah, it says more about me than it does about the people I've fought. So it's going to take someone really decent to test me over the distance, ask them questions, make me bite down with gum shields and dig deep, and I will welcome it, because it'll be an experience which will make me a better fighter.
It certainly would make him a better fighter. He's not a bad fighter as is at the moment. David Price talking to me earlier about the British and Commonwealth heavyweight title fight on October the 13th. I like Price. There is something cold and very businesslike about him. He's not messing about. This is his chance. Not necessarily this fight, but this is his one chance. In 3 years, it'll be too late. In 18 months, it might be too late. He's got to grab it now.